Field Guide.
800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. 800-535-7789. That's 800-535-7789.
All right, welcome everybody to Fifth Street Sports here on the Sports Byline USA, SB Nation, and American Forces Radio Networks. I'm Nick Gieber. It's great to be with you, and I'm in for Frank Perez, who is on a well-deserved vacation. It's a great honor to sit in the chair here for Frank, joined by our regular co-host, Mr. Oklahoma, Brian. Brian, how are you doing today?
Feeling pretty good. It's been a while since we've done this show. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's been a long Thanksgiving weekend and week, and we are all ready to go. By the way, 800-878-PLAY if you'd like to give us a call here in the studio. That's 800-878-PLAY. Of course, you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk. You can also find us on YouTube. We're streaming live there as well at youtube.com/Fifth Street Sports. Twitch, Witch, Niche, Natch, Snatch. We're on all of them. And let's not forget Twitter at Fifth Street Sports. A lot to get to today, Brian. A lot to get to. We got a big list of topics today. I'll run down a few of them, and then when we come back after our break, we're going to get into them in some detail. Let's talk about the Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson pay-per-view disaster. I have some input on this one. What is TNT doing? Bleacher Report, nightmare situation, and I'll tell you, I've been harping on them on my soccer show every day because they handle the Champions League, and I hate their coverage. Let's talk a little bit about Monday Night Football tonight. We got the Titans against the Houston Texans. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Some new regulation coming here to Nevada regarding tout services. You're going to want to listen. You're going to want to hear about that. So much to get to, of course, and we'll talk a little Champions League football. Why not, since I'm here? We have 2 match days left, and we're going to knock one of them out this week. So there is an awful lot to get to today. Once again, if you'd like to give us a call in the studio, it's 800-878-PLAY. How are your picks over the weekend? By the way, guys, if you subscribe to our Fifth Street Advantage program, which you can subscribe to at fifthstreetsports.com, you will be pleasantly surprised. We're doing pretty well. I won't say we're perfect because we're not, but we are certainly up a meaningful number of units, and if you're betting with us on that, you are going to be buying some lovely Christmas presents of holiday gifts for your friends, families, and loved ones. All right, we're going to step aside, take a break. We'll be right back in 3 minutes. Nick Gieber, Oklahoma, Brian. This is Fifth Street Sports.
Now's the time to prepare for winter driving with Peak Long Life Universal Premixed Antifreeze and Coolant on sale for $8.99 a gallon after $6 mail-in rebate at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get maximum freeze protection for your car's engine with Peak Long Life Universal Premixed Antifreeze and Coolant at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Better parts, better prices every day. Limits apply. See store for details.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Do you use the blue pill to charge your sex life? Have you been thinking about trying the blue pill? What if we can promise you the same results for less than $3 a pill? If you're paying $20 a pill for the other pills, you're getting taken to the cleaners. Our pill delivers the exact same results for less than $3. We'll do the math for you. You'll save more than $16 a pill for the same results. Want more? We'll give you 40 blue pills or 40 yellow pills for $99 and add 4 more pills free. You save more than $500. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to know what to do next. You need to call and get your 44 pills for just $99. Stop overpaying for the other blue pills. Call us and start saving a ton of money for the exact same results. Ordering is fast and easy with your pills delivered to your door in a non-marked package. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. 800-223-0992. That's 800-223-0992.
If you or someone you love suffers from drug addiction, now is the time to utilize your private health insurance PPO plan. If eligible, receive up to $30,000 or more in substance abuse benefits with low or no out-of-pocket cost. We are the National Treatment Network, the premier drug and alcohol treatment referral service operating 24/7. We help connect you with facilities nationwide that accepts PPO private health insurance for substance abuse. If you have PPO substance abuse coverage and you need immediate admittance to a medical detox or residential rehab treatment center, call us now. Call our live referral helpline today. The call is free. This program is not available to Medicare or Medicaid customers.
Call 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. 800-296-1252. That's 800-296-1252.
Are you wasting hundreds of dollars each year on contact lenses? Would you like to be able to see clearly again without reading glasses? Make the smart choice with IQ Laser Vision. Their team has performed over 150,000 LASIK and SMILE procedures, and with 11 locations on the West Coast and special out-of-town packages, there is a solution just right for you. See why they have a 5-star rating on Yelp. Check out IQLaserVision.com. That's IQLaserVision.com.
IQ Laser Vision.
All right, welcome back to the show, Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation Radio, and, of course, American Forces. It is an absolute pleasure and privilege to speak with the members of our armed forces listening courtesy of the American Forces Network. Hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving, whether you're in Iraq, Afghanistan, Europe, or sitting on the border eating MREs, waiting for some great threat to come your way. We do appreciate everything you do, and we certainly do hope you enjoy the show. Nick Eber here in for Frank Perez, along with Oklahoma Brian. Brian, this is the shopping season. I don't want to ask what the over-under is on the amount of money you're going to spend this Black Friday, Cyber Monday week, or shall we say either side of it. But Brian, for me personally, I think that whole thing's a scam, because I often find those deals throughout the year, and you'll find them again as we get closer to Christmas and Hanukkah and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I tend to agree. I would never see myself waking up at 4 in the morning to go buy a 42-inch TV for $50 off at Best Buy. That's not going to happen. However, Cyber Monday is something that I really like, and I think there are some great deals out there. And I'm much more of a cyber guy than I am a brick and mortar guy anyway. So, yeah, Cyber Monday is great. I didn't know until today. So tomorrow is supposed to be Tuesday travel day or something.
I have no idea.
I just found out about.
Is that
Yeah,
a new
yeah.
thing you're supposed to spend money on, like plane tickets and all that nonsense?
Supposedly it's been going on for a while, and the deals are supposed to be pretty good on Tuesday for travel. So we'll see.
Really?
I'll be I got a couple trips in mind that I know I'm taking. So I'll be looking tomorrow to see if there's any deals. I might pull the trigger on 1 or 2 trips. I'm the Cyber Monday thing. It's kind of like it's a semi, it's a source of stress in my house, I should say,
Yeah.
because my wife claims I'm a hoarder. That I just I don't ever want to throw anything out. New crap keeps showing up at the door. I'm on a first name basis with the UPS driver and the mailman and the FedEx ground guys. It's awkward, when they come up to the door and they say, "Hey, Brian, got something for you today." So what I've been doing lately, though, is I have a mailbox for other business reasons, and I've been having my cyber, all of my Amazon purchases, if they're significant, I'm having them sent there. I've been doing that for a while because I don't know if this is normal, but my wife, if any kind of box shows up, she wants to open it immediately and see what's going on, what's in it, and then she'll interrogate me and say, "Well, why did you buy this?"
Brian.
Yeah.
There are only 2 real reasons that you would have a mailbox for getting stuff. That is number one, if you're ordering erectile dysfunction medicine and you want it delivered to you discreetly. And number 2 is if perhaps you're visiting adamandeve.com or one of these other locations, and your 26 DVD set of nubile young Latinas is coming, and you would like and you're hopeful that no one else will see it. Let's be honest, Brian. Admit it right now.
I can't say that. I haven't ordered either one of those yet, but I did get the Cuisinart panini maker and the
Well, that's a little like
the
food
XX.
porn. That's food porn, isn't
It
it?
is like food porn. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I got the double X butterball turkey deep fryer.
Oh,
So
you living on the edge, Oklahoma. Living on the edge.
I am. I am. Well, I got this thing. This is really saved. It's made my life happier. I don't know about my wife's, but we have a behind our house. We have a guest house. It's like a little bungalow, garage apartment. It's basically a man cave for me.
Right.
And so it has a kitchen in it. And lately, I've realized like all of those items that that I love, those food porn items, I put them in the garage apartment, and it's great. So I can make all of those crazy dishes that I could never get away with in my house for making the house smell or
Yeah.
making the kitchen too cluttered. So yeah, that's my thing.
You know what, Brian? Everybody asks me on Black Friday, Cyber Monday, hey Nick, what jerseys are you getting? What sports stuff are you getting? You getting hats? You getting more Liverpool kit? You getting I don't know? You getting a Vegas Golden Knights? And honestly, I gave up collecting that crap a long time ago because I just found, first of all, professional sports uniforms really only look good on professional sports athletes. Let's be honest. Or
True.
or lovely-looking young ladies who are modeling them, without shorts. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be, right? And these things
Yeah.
are so bloody expensive to begin with. The thought of dropping, $100 on a new Liverpool kit with I don't know who would have on the back, probably Firmino or or Salah or something like that. Just doesn't work for me anymore. Now I'm
Yeah.
dressed. I like to dress in this very limited edition, very rare Fifth Street Sports polo shirt, Brian. That there are only 3 of them in existence today. Now we did have a couple of people that won some on a contest, but they never sent their email address in, so we didn't have any more made. So I suppose
I still
that,
don't have one.
yeah, I know you don't have
I-
one. I know you, Brian. You have to log 60,000 hours behind the mic before you get one. It's a little like getting a pilot's license. You have to, you have commercial license. You have to get those hours. No, we will get you one for sure. Now that you keep reminding me about it. But what's on your sports shopping list this year for you? If you could sign a check or have great aunt Jane wants to send you exactly what you want from the sports world, what's it going to be?
It's funny. I do have an Aunt Jane, and she is great.
Ah,
But I would say, well, first of all, before we leave the jersey thing, I couldn't agree more. Nothing looks worse on a old dumpy white guy than wearing a football jersey.
Yeah.
But there is one true story. One reason where they come in handy. We've done this for years. So around the time of the Super Bowl, we used to be kind of like a industry convention in our industry. I'd meet a lot of guys that around the country that I did business with in one form or another, and we would go out and we would try to bet props pretty aggressively all around the strip in Vegas. And typically, when a face that's not recognized comes in, with lots of $100 bills, the book sometimes will be a little skittish about taking a big bet from this unknown guy. You know what actually enhances your chances is wearing that stupid football jersey. For that
Really?
reason, yeah, we used to always everyone would bring just a random stupid football jersey because you really look like the ultimate schmuck, walking into the book with that look.
that is a great point. And I have to say, if you had a choice between coming in with $1,000 bet, right, which might not get taken by the book, and they look and you're right, they see some dumpy white guy with a shirt on that looks a little drunk, just a fan having a great time, or say Las Vegas Chris showing up with his briefcase and his tablet and his very intense look and performing all his calculations. Let's be fair, Chris is likely not to get the bet placed.
Absolutely. True story. About 10 years ago, we walked into the Stratosphere. We were 10 years younger. So I would have been in my mid 30s, a couple guys in their 20s. Every one of us has a backpack and a laptop. As we enter the sports book, the manager comes out from behind the counter and says, "Don't even try it. I don't want your kind of action here. I can tell by looking at you." And that's the first time I've ever been thrown out of a sports book before we could ever place a bet. Just the audacity of four guys with backpacks and laptops showing up was enough for him to know he didn't want any of our action.
Well, it used to be not too long ago, Brian, that you couldn't bring your cell phone into the sports book. Now that, of course, has gone. They knew that they were never going to put that genie back in the bottle. That wasn't going to happen. But that's certainly changed radically. They've now, of course, don't allow you to smoke cigars in there, which sucks. But because I like to smoke cigars, but you can get on the phone now. So why not? Why not do all these things?
Yeah, I know. So in terms of things that I would buy, if I would buy something related to travel, maybe trying to find a game I want to go to that's on my bucket list. That would be the kind of thing sports related that I would be looking for.
All right, Brian, hold that thought.
Cyber Monday.
We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with more here on Fifth Street Sports. Guys, I promise we're going to get into it here a little bit for you. 800-878-PLAY, 800-878-PLAY. If you've got any questions, we'll be right back after this.
Hey travelers, do you want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call. That's right, call, because the best prices are not online. They're with SmartFares. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. Our prices are too low to publish online. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip, or treat yourself to dinner or shopping. So stop searching all of those travel sites to find the lowest price on your next flight. Let one of our SmartFares expert travel agents find ridiculously low prices for you. Call SmartFares today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
855-325-1780. 855-325-1780. That's 855-325-1780.
If you or a loved one is suffering from a physical or emotional condition that has left you unable to work, then listen carefully. Take this number down. 800-593-7491. That's 800-593-7491. When you call, you'll speak with a Social Security disability expert and get a free evaluation to see if you may qualify for disability insurance benefits from the U.S. government. That's right, a monthly cash payment paid directly to you from the Social Security Administration. Whether you're applying for the first time or you've already been denied disability benefits, call now. The disability attorneys at Pinnacle Disability can help you build your case, file an appeal, and represent you at no upfront cost to you. Don't wait another minute to see if you may qualify for your Social Security disability benefits. Call Pinnacle Disability Group at 800-593-7491 for your free case evaluation. That's 800-593-7491. 800-593-7491. Call now.
Attention business owners. Now is the perfect time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. We can give you packages with up to 90 great channels and save your business a ton of cash. And if you call right now, you can learn how to get free equipment and free installation. Now you have choices. It's time to start saving money on your cable TV bill for your business. And call today and get 90 channels plus free equipment and free installation. Smart business owners like you all across the country are consolidating and saving money on their cable TV, internet, and phone service for their business. So now's the perfect time. This may be a limited time offer to the first 100 people that call right now. So please save money and call now.
800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. 800-470-7113. That's 800-470-7113.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show, Fifth Street Sports, here on the Sports Byline USA, SB Nation, and American Forces Radio Networks. We're also streaming live on Facebook at facebook.com/Fifth Street Sports Talk, as well as YouTube at youtube.com/Fifth Fifth Street Sports. Twitter is at Fifth Street Sports. I'm Nick Eber, along with Oklahoma Brian today. Frank Perez out having a well-earned rest. I'm sitting in for him, and it is a lot of fun. A lot to get to today. A couple of items, a couple of things to talk about. Brian, I don't know if you heard about this, but the government here in Nevada is mulling whether to pass a law regulating tout services. And I suppose that would cover our Fifth Street Advantage program in many respects. But the suggestion is that people who take their insider betting knowledge and provide it as a paid service to people should be regulated, and there should be a set of rules that they have to adhere to, as well as, of course, pay a hefty fee, because let's face it, if there's something good out there, someone's going to have their hand in your pocket, as well as having to pass muster with the Gaming Commission. What are your first thoughts about this, Brian?
I think it's laughable and likely headed to court if it is passed. I think it violates free speech and a lot of. I mean, I'm eager to see it happen, because I think if Nevada doesn't do it, another state will. So, yeah, eager to see where this thing goes. But I'm skeptical that there's going to be any kind of regulation involving the tout industry. What's next? Do we start to regulate palm readers, or the lady that writes the horoscope in the paper? I mean, it's essentially same type of behavior in many ways.
Well, let's be honest, Brian. I mean, there are some bad players out there in the business. There are plenty of them. You do have to be careful where you get your information from. And I do want to just make it very clear that we have a very transparent product with our Fifth Street Advantage product. It's there.
Well,
we post
right.
every result. We don't tell you we're on a 7-0 streak. We're unbeaten, when in fact we're not. We're there. We post every result. Sometimes 24 hours later than we would like to, but all the results are always posted, and you can take that data right off our website at fifthstreetsports.com, and you can cut and carve it and figure out whether we are doing what we say we do. We just put how many units we're ahead, and it's very simple. But there are other services, Brian, that don't do that.
Well, and that's, I say, the chimpanzees that throw the darts, we own those chimpanzees. We're not using anyone else's chimpanzees. They've been specially trained for years.
Yep.
And we're not trying to make any kind of illusions otherwise. But yeah, I think there's other people that I suppose they're trying to get rid of in my mind, if I think of the most devious types of touts, it would be those that try to steer players to particular sites and get a percent of their losses. That's really one of the dirtier parts of the industry. I'm sure they want to make sure that the tout isn't trying to profit from the losses of their players.
Yeah, well, that's a huge conflict of interest right there. Of course, the other thing is, let's say you've put 15 plays out, and 6 are NFL and 7 are NHL. And let's say your NFL sucks, but your NHL is doing pretty well. You'll say, hey, we're 5-2 on NHL, but they won't mention that they're 2-4 on the NHL side, on the NFL side. Well, so that's the other thing you got to be careful about.
Well, so then what are your thoughts? That seems to me like a good tout, and I hate to even use the term tout, because I think
it's
of
ugly.
us. It's not a term that I like to use, but no, we actually do offer a great product. We're not trying to push people to bet money that they don't have, or to bet over their whatever's comfortable for them. We're simply trying to give the bettor an advantage, so he can be on a level playing field with the best bettors in the business, and honestly, trying to help the bettor become a smarter bettor along the way, not just spoon feed them plays. But yeah, I would think, the only thing that troubles me is the fees part. Is the state really trying to help the consumer, or are they trying to extract money out of it?
Well, what do you think, Brian?
Yeah.
No, they're trying to extract money. Look, it's an interesting story. We're going to continue to follow it. And if you are thinking about subscribing to a sports information service to help you with your betting, we do recommend our own product, of course, and it is 100% transparent. You can go online at fifthstreetsports.com. You can see every play that we have published along with its grading, and you can make your own decisions whether we know what we're talking about or not. And, Brian, I'm going to hazard a guess that we do. But that's up to you to figure out. Let's move along to
we also, I say every one of us are playing these same plays in addition to giving them out. That's a big difference. I would stay far away from a group of touts or advisors that don't actually bet the stuff, that don't bet the plays, that are just coming up with random plays. These are plays that we on our Fifth Street team are actually playing ourselves. So that's an important point to mention.
Yeah, absolutely. So next segment, folks, we're going to get into NFL. We're going to get into Monday Night Football. We're going to get into the playoff race. Tomorrow, we're going to be talking a little bit about college football, the Heisman race. That's a pretty interesting race that's going on right now. But I got a question for you, Brian. A lot of people might not know this, but there's a massive soccer event that happens in South America called the Copa Libertadores. It's, for all intents and purposes, the South American Champions League. And there is a lot of betting that goes around this tournament. And this year, the tournament has ended in two of the biggest teams in Argentina, River Plate and Boca Juniors, playing each other over two legs. Okay, so they each play at home, and the aggregate score will win at the end of it. These are two of this is probably, I would say, probably the second biggest rivalry in world football. And
is it a derby?
Yes, it's a derby for sure. Yeah, these are both.
Good.
Yeah, it's a derby.
But I always like to say derby whenever I can.
So
keep going.
Lots and lots of betting on this. The first leg was played at the River Plate grounds. It was played at the Estadio Monumental, which is like an old, huge stadium. And there was an enormous amount of fan violence after this game that resulted in Boca Juniors players being injured. Two of their players got cut in the eye with flying glass. There were riots. The police had to be called in. All the players were affected by tear gas. So they were supposed to play the return leg on Saturday. That was then postponed till Sunday. And now it's still waiting to look at the schedule because Boca Juniors are saying their players are badly injured and they can't play. Now, we're going to get to the betting side of this, but the story here, Brian, is that the reason that this happened was because the police raided the headquarters of the Barra Brava, which is the River Plate Hooligans organization, for all intents and purposes, and confiscated 300 tickets to the match and about $300,000 in cash. And because their fans couldn't now get into the game, and there's some questions about whether these were counterfeited tickets or not, they decided to riot to postpone the game. And this game may actually be called off, and this whole final might be scrapped. So this brings me to the betting question. What happens? What happens if you put a big bet on here, and it's a two-legged match, it's a two-legged final, and they scrap the game with no result after the first leg?
Fascinating. So a couple of things. If you bet on the event when it was known that these two teams were playing, so if you had a bet on Team A versus Team B, yeah, that would be no action. So all bets would be refunded. Where it gets tricky is if you bet a futures play early in the year. And that they're going to have to, it's going to be a split pool. They're going to have to, award each. I mean, I would think the fairest thing would be to wow, it's really, really difficult because it's not a pari-mutuel pool like a horse pool where you can just divide the tickets in two, and you can't really chop the odds in half because I assume one of these was a bigger long shot than the other.
Probably.
Doesn't really matter.
Yeah. They were probably fairly close, I would think. Yeah.
Oh man, that is.
It's an interesting situation, isn't it?
That's really interesting.
Something that we don't see very often, or if not at all, here in the United States. We don't have that level of fan violence here. We might get We had the situation with the Dodgers, if you remember, a couple of years ago, where there was a fan knifed to death. But I mean, that's not fan violence. We're not going to see a Hillsborough. Well, Hillsborough wasn't fan violence, but we're not going to see a Heysel or an occurrence like this anytime here in the United States. So it does present interesting.
Closest thing is the Raiders. And you got that to look forward to in a couple of years, right?
Well, I don't think so, because, I mean, I wonder how many of those people are going to travel here. I remember when the NBA had the All-Star game here in Las Vegas. That was an absolute nightmare. I was here at the time, and my understanding is that was the most number of gang shootings they've ever had in Las Vegas. And part of that was that some of the properties here were marketing their lower-end properties for like $10 a night rooms in the inner city. So there were literally caravans of gang members coming up caravans of gang members coming up to Las Vegas for the NBA All-Star game. I don't think we're going to see that. I don't think we're going to see that with the Raiders. And what they did in Europe, particularly in England, after Heysel, after the banning of English teams from European football because of fan violence, is they went to an all-seater stadium. And what that did was that increased the ticket prices so much that essentially it priced out the hooligan element. All right, when we come back, folks. By the way, I'm Nick Eber. He's Oklahoma Brian. You're listening to Fifth Street Sports. We're having kind of a fun, relaxed show today. But we'll get into it when we come back. Let's talk Monday Night Football. Let's talk NFL. Let's talk playoff pictures. We're going to have it all for you right here. Don't go anywhere.
Marijuana has unleashed a green gold rush across our nation. It's creating $10.8 billion in new wealth a year. And every day, it's transforming more and more Americans into millionaires. Former Speaker of the House John Boehner reveals how you could become one of them. Join him online for the American Cannabis Summit. Attendance is 100% free, but space is limited. Join online at www.acs2018.com. John Boehner and an esteemed panel will reveal which cannabis stocks are primed to deliver life-changing windfalls. Plus, they will show you how to become a cannabis angel investor, backing the hottest startups before they potentially become worth billions of dollars. Join American Cannabis Summit online at acs2018.com.
To join the American Cannabis Summit, visit acs2018.com or text JOIN to 76280. Don't miss this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Text JOIN to 76280. Text JOIN to 76280 now.
The holidays are so full of cheer, there's barely time to make dinner. So order the Chili's 3 for $10 deal to go.
Take Chili's to go, baby, go, baby, go.
You'll sing when you get an entree, starter, and Coke for just $10.
3 for $10, baby, bucks, baby, bucks.
Order Chili's for the whole family.
Mom, dad, and kids, baby, kids, baby, kids.
And relax with Chili's at home.
While you sit on your butt, baby butt.
Hey, not in front of the kids.
3 for $10, baby, bucks, baby, bucks. And take your Chili's to go, baby, go, baby, go.
Available at participating restaurants only.
It has been said that everyone has a book in them. But do you have the time or the ability to write your book? Maybe you picked up some skills or had a life experience that you want to pass on in the form of a book to help others. Maybe you want to leave an autobiography for your family. Or maybe you've built a successful business and you want to share your story. At Dorrance Publishing Company, we have professional writers who can help turn your book idea into a finished manuscript quickly and affordably. A Dorrance ghostwriter can provide as much or as little help as you need to complete your book. You'll work directly with your ghostwriter to finish your book faster than you ever could on your own. It's easy to become a published author. Call Dorrance now to learn more. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. 800-485-6003. Call right now. That number is 800-485-6003.
When you need bug bite relief.
Ow! Ow! What? Ow! Yikes!
Stepped in an ant bed relief.
What a pretty plant. Wait, is that...
Poison ivy relief. You need the power of Gold Bond Relief. Gold Bond Rapid Relief Cream has twice the medicines of hydrocortisone formulas to fight itch and relieve minor pain. Plus, vitamin E and aloe to help soothe skin fast. Gold Bond Relief starts now. Use as directed.
All right, folks, welcome back to the show. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation, and American Forces. Big hello to our men and women in uniform listening around the world serving our country. We appreciate you very much, and we appreciate the fact that you are listening on American Forces. We do hope, if you're out there listening, you will make this show. We're on every day, Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern. We hope you will make us a regular part of your week here on the Sports Byline USA Network. Nick Eber here, along with Oklahoma Brian. Brian, before we get into Monday Night Football and the NFL, quick question. You got any possible basketball picks for tonight in the NBA? There's a number of games going on.
I do. I do. I actually have I have Florida Rick's plays, actually. He shared them with me. So I got those. I got a follow-up question on the soccer.
Yeah.
You're the perfect person to ask. I've always wondered about this. So if a stadium has a designated section for supporters of a particular team, they want, side team A to sit on one side of the stadium and team B to sit on the other side.
Right.
Is that actively enforced? I mean, if
Absolutely.
if it's clear, if you're dressed in the other, okay. So if you're going to sit in the other team section, you should wear neutral clothes. Then I would think.
You should. However, it's really designed more for the large groups of traveling supporters. Because, of course, that's one thing that we don't get an awful lot of here in America. You see it a lot in college sports more than any. But the amount of away supporters that travel to away games is very large, and they limit the number of tickets that they sell. So if I'm a Liverpool supporter, which I am, and I'm going to go see, say, Liverpool play Manchester United at Old Trafford, I'll have to get my tickets through Liverpool, and I will get an allotment of tickets through the Liverpool office. I can't just go up and buy. Now, I could, as an individual, just go up and buy one and then go sit with a bunch of Man United supporters. Why I'd want to do that, I don't know. I'd have to probably wash afterwards. But that's the way it works. And if you've ever gone to a game in Europe, particularly in England or in South America or anywhere where they have sort of rabid fans, they will actually have, say, not even half the stadium. They'll have one section of the stadium for the away supporters, and then they'll have empty seats, and then they'll have a line of police coming down the side of it, making sure that there's no shenanigans going back and forth. So before we get on to NBA, and this will segue us nicely, speaking of the NBA and speaking of the away supporters, a number of years back when Arsenal Football Club had this wonderful season of the Invincibles when they went unbeaten in the Premier League, they had the FA Cup and the Premier League. I arranged to have a number of them come out here to the States, and we did a trophy tour up and down the West Coast. We took the various trophies to pubs and locations up and down the West Coast. Well, Kobe Bryant at the Lakers is a big soccer fan, I don't know if you knew that, but found out that we were doing this and asked the Lakers organization and AEG if we could swing by with the trophies for them to look at. So we came by, we went to the Staples Center, and we walked up the back entrance through I forget what it's called, the club there, the Staples Club or whatever it's called. It used to be the Forum Club when it was at the Forum, but now it's something else. Sure. And as we sort of walked in, I had a bunch of Arsenal players with me. As we walked in through the door, you sort of saw the stadium, and the very first thing the Arsenal players asked me is, "Oh, where do the away supporters sit?" And I said, "Oh, it's the one guy with a Knicks jersey sitting right there getting beer thrown on him." Right, so...
Well, so if I'm sitting in the other section and I don't have any paraphernalia that identifies me as being part of the away team, but I just start cheering for the away team, I'm assuming they're probably gonna throw beer on me and hit me. But will the usher actually come and take me and remove me if he spots
not
it?
Not unless you're causing a disturbance. No, not really. If it's just you, and particularly if you're American and you just don't know. So I mean, they'll forgive you for that. Let's get on to the NBA though. So you mentioned, you dropped a little hint there that Florida Rick had provided you with some of his plays. By the way, Rick not feeling well today. That's why you and I are here, just the two of us, which I think is a song somewhere in there. But let's have him. Let's have him.
Well, here they are. Here they are. These are the Florida Rick plays. He's got 704 Charlotte, plus 4.5, and 710 New Orleans, -2. New Orleans is playing Boston. I know that. Who's Charlotte?
No, that's interesting because that line's moved in the last 5 minutes or so. So that's a pretty active line right there. Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Well, his plays speak for themselves. He's absolutely dominating the NBA right now. Guy just eats, breathes, drinks NBA. reads articles all day long, watches the games. He actually watches the games that he couldn't watch the night of the game. The next morning, he's watching the games. This guy is dialed in like nothing I've ever seen. So
Yeah.
he's got another
we
play
got,
that will be released on the Advantage also tonight.
Yeah, we've got some really active lines on this. Milwaukee Charlotte's really active on the Charlotte side. We've also got Orlando Golden State. A lot of action coming in on that one too. But I'm not going to give anything away. If you'd like to get the plays, subscribe to the Fifth Street Advantage at fifthstreetsports.com, and you will get yourself some delicious plays in time to feed your holiday wallet, shall we say? All right, so let's get on to the NFL, shall we? Big match tonight. What? Oh,
I got a hockey.
Let's have it.
I'll tell you what. We got a couple of hockey plays that we're going to release on the Fifth Street Advantage tonight, but I will go ahead and I'm going to throw out one of those plays.
Ooh, a little. Shall we call this a Cyber Monday gift?
It is. It is a Cyber Monday gift. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll go ahead and give out the Ottawa Senators. You should be getting about plus 130 on this, and I got one other play that we'll give out on the Advantage this evening as well.
The opener was plus 133 on that one, so that line is moving. I would take it, right? If it's 130 now, you want to get on that and get on that early, right?
Yeah, I got a 130 right as we were starting the show, so I know it's out there.
Nice. What's the next one? Or is that it?
That's the one free Cyber Monday hockey play,
and that will be on the Advantage. That will go out on the Advantage today, by the way, as well. But just
it will be.
It's a freebie. Consider it a freebie.
That's right. Nick, we didn't think about this. We should have done a Cyber Monday deal. Is it too late to do a Cyber Monday deal for the Fifth Street Advantage?
I believe it is.
Okay, next year.
Our programming people will not have a chance to put all that in there, and a lot of us were off on holiday the last few days, so it's been quite enjoyable. Right. Let's get to the NFL though, because we've got the Tennessee Titans, who quite honestly have been not looking good as of late. They're 2-3 in their last 5 games against the super hot Houston Texans, and I was just in Houston, by the way. I didn't see the Texans though, but they're 5-0. So, how does this match look for you?
This is tough because the side that I prefer is the Texans side. And I don't know if you remember, but early this year, we did a show on, I think we called it Contenders and Pretenders.
Yeah,
teams that were 0-3 and 3-0. And I was emphatic that the Texans were not done. I thought they were still rally. They were still going to make the playoffs. And I thought that at that moment, and I still definitely feel it now, that they've gone on a huge run. This is an elite team. They might not be in the same category as the Saints, the Rams, the Chiefs, but I think they're at that next level. They're as good as say a Patriots team or a Bears team. I think they're
similar records, right?
Similar records, and the thing that's troubling though is the public is all over Houston, and we've had what we call in the business a reverse line move. In other words, the line is moving towards Tennessee, but the money or the public is on Houston, which actually typically that would indicate that the dog would be the right side. I'm going to be stubborn here. This is a case where Square Bry overrules the Sharp Bry.
Okay.
Yeah. Kind of like remember the old Animal House movie where they had the devil and the angel on each shoulder, right?
I still have that.
You
said I have 2 devils.
Okay, I have a square on one shoulder and a sharp guy on the other shoulder, and I think the square is going to prevail. I'm laying the 4 on Houston tonight. I wouldn't. This is not a game that I would give out to go bet. This is simply just a lean. For me at this point. So
you don't think at 5-0 Houston are maybe ripe for the picking here, ripe for an upset?
Oh, that's kind of what tempers my enthusiasm about Houston. Yeah, I think this has all of the markings of a trap, of an absolute bad spot. So I'm going to be stubborn though.
And if you look at it sort of, if you look at it objectively, and you use the that sort of emotion and momentum, I don't think the Titans are as bad of a team as their recent record would suggest. And typically, when you get that, and you get a team that comes up against a team that's say 5-0 in the last 5, you get a hell of a game, and it is ripe for an upset. And I might be tempted to look that way tonight. Of course, I could very well be wrong, but we'll see where it goes. I mean, the Titans are still in the hunt for the playoffs on the AFC side, but the playoff picture is quite interesting because there's really only maybe 2 or 3 sort of undecided spots, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, that's absolutely correct. So in the NFC, pretty much that Dallas Washington game on Thanksgiving really kind of went a long way towards telling us where the playoffs, how the playoffs are going to look. It really was it's crazy. It was the Redskins division to lose 7 days ago. It looked like they had this, or 8 days ago before Alex Smith gets hurt. The Redskins have 6 wins. Realistically, they get to 8 and they probably win the division. So you're thinking the Redskins are probably, I don't know, 90% likelihood that they're going to win the division. Alex Smith goes down. They lose the game. They have to go to Dallas, play with Colt McCoy. They lose again. And now the Cowboys are a pretty decided favorite. The divisions are pretty, like the Rams will probably lock up their division next week. They're a good 4 or 5 games ahead of the Seahawks. Bears are comfortably in control, 1.5 games ahead of the Vikings, which is a decent lead this late in the year, and of course the Saints running away with their division. So all of the division winners are known. The wild card could be a little bit dramatic, I suppose. It looks like you've got Seattle, Minnesota, and Carolina all competing, where 2 of those 3 will slide in with a wild card. And frankly, I don't know that any of those would be competitive in the playoffs. Then you take a look at the AFC. We've got Patriots running away with the division as usual.
Yeah, boring.
Chiefs, it is boring, and
they are the Manchester United of football, of American football. They need to get their comeuppance.
They are, and I'm so stubborn. I will bet against them again next year. Every year, I think that they're overpriced and due for regression, and it doesn't ever seem to happen.
But the Chiefs are on fire, though. I mean, they
Chiefs are on fire.
They got the
AFC
they are on fire.
Up. I don't know. They're only a game ahead of the Chargers. So, as good as they are, I think the Chargers are a real sleeper team that has a chance to still win the division and theoretically still win the overall number 1 seed in the AFC. So that's tough. Going into this week, I thought the Steelers were, kind of my dark horse team to win the AFC. They looked lousy, although they turned the ball over 4 or 5 times yesterday. But yeah, that's the only thing that's left to be decided are a couple of these wild card matchups, and these figure to be teams that will be out quickly of the playoffs.
All right, we're going to step aside, take a break. When we come back, a couple of quick college basketball picks, then we'll wrap it up.
Not too long ago, it felt good to withdraw your cash from the bank, didn't it? For a vacation or a new car. But today, withdrawing your own cash has become risky. Pat Boone here for Swiss America. According to The Secret War, a new Swiss America white paper, I learned that all banks are now required to spy on you and me for the government, and then report any financial behavior deemed suspicious or unusual. You must read The Secret War. It's free. Truth is, I believe the government's new war against cash is really a war against us all. But the secret is now out. So please, get and read The Secret War.
Pick up your phone and call right now. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. 800-932-5517. Once again, that's 800-932-5517.
Attention to anyone that's written a book or wants to write a book. The process is not that complicated. Take a first step. Even if you write a page a day, you'll build momentum and your book will become a reality. The hard part is getting it published. That's when you need to call Page Publishing. They've got hundreds and hundreds of thank yous from different new authors, just like you. They make the process of publishing your new book and getting it sold online a simple process. You can learn how simple it is right now by calling for your free Page Publishing New Author Submission Kit. One quick 3-minute phone call, that's all it takes to get free information and learn how you can get your book published. Pick up your phone right now and call us 24 hours a day at this number. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. 800-603-0885. That's 800-603-0885.
Want to fly somewhere? Looking for cheap flights or cheap tickets? Then call. That's right. Call the low-cost airline travel hotline now for prices so low we can't publish them anywhere. Low-cost airlines has all kinds of cheap travel deals. Fly domestically and save up to 75%. You can even fly internationally and save even more. Yes, fly anywhere in the world and save a lot of money on your plane tickets. We'll even save you money with cheap travel deals on hotels, rental cars, even complete travel packages. So don't book your tickets until you call us first for the absolute cheapest prices on U.S. and international airline tickets and hotels. Call right now for prices so low they can't be published. Travel experts are here 24/7 to help. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. 800-754-4531. That's 800-754-4531.
All right, folks. Welcome back to the show. Fifth Street Sports, Sports Byline USA, SB Nation, American Forces. Nick Eber in for Frank Perez, along with Oklahoma Brian. Just a couple of minutes left, and of course, one of our regular listeners and viewers, Billy Donlan. Brian popped up and said he wanted to know if we had any quick college basketball plays for him or for our listeners and viewers out there. You have anything at hand?
Yeah, I have one game I like, and the game's actually moved our way a couple of points off the opener. I like Delaware +5 tonight. I believe that's game 7-18, getting 5 against Louisiana Tech.
Yep.
Yep. I like that. I also like. I also think there's value taking North Dakota State. It's a decent North Dakota State team playing the Gonzaga team coming off of the Gonzaga. Sorry.
Yeah, Gonzaga.
Coming off the big win for the Zags. I think they're a little overinflated. Public's all over Gonzaga. I like this North Dakota State team. They'll be coming to Tulsa later this year. Look forward to seeing them in person. I think there's value. You can get 26.5 on them still. I think that's a good line.
Well, nice. Sorry, and just a reminder, we will, of course, have a lot more college basketball plays for you on the Fifth Street Advantage. Head over to fifthstreetsports.com and sign up for a subscription now, and you get to bet with the pros, the likes of Oklahoma Brian, Florida Rick, Frank Perez, and even Las Vegas Chris every now and then pops his face in there and provides us with some plays. So go to fifthstreetsports.com right now, sign up, and give yourself an early Christmas present of a little hand-holding as you work your way through the betting world. Well, folks, I hope you've enjoyed the show. I always enjoy bringing it to you. We always enjoy bringing it to you here at Fifth Street Sports. Nick Eber, Oklahoma Brian. We will be back with you tomorrow, 1 p.m. Pacific. That's 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Stay tuned here at the network, though. I'll be back on the air, at 6 p.m. Pacific for Fifth Street Soccer. We'll be covering all sorts of stuff, Champions League, Premier League. Of course, we'll be talking more about this Copa Libertadores stuff, and that's at 6 p.m. Until tomorrow, folks, bet wisely, sign up for the Advantage, and have a great night. And just remember, this has been a copyright broadcast of Fifth Street Sports, LLC.